You're listening to the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
One of the people you've wrestled up and down the New England scene is Mercedes KV. What is it like working with her?
Well, Mercedes is, I have to say, if anybody were to ask me who is the top talent in New England, I would probably step on some toes, but I would say Mercedes KV is probably the next big thing that's going to come out of New England. And I know that's a bold statement, but I truly stand behind it because she's an amazingly talented girl. She works very hard at what she does, and I respect her as a wrestler, and I feel like she's going to go places. And if people haven't heard of her, I have a feeling they will soon.
Another question from the chat is they've read your bio and how you went crazy because of the voices in your head explaining your character. What inspired that?
I guess for me, a lot of it was being picked on in school. You know, I wasn't a popular kid. I wasn't attractive or anything like that. And growing up, it was definitely a kind of a struggle for me. And I had a great imagination. I was alone a lot as a kid. You know, it was my brothers. I have an older and a younger brother, and it was just the three of us. And when they were off doing something, I had a very creative mind, and I think that just being that kind of loner and not having a lot of people around me and not a lot of friends and being picked on and whatnot, I think that has definitely contributed to the development of who Mistress Belmont is.
You've between Mike and myself, Mike represents the Maine area. I'm from Massachusetts, so we've seen you in different matches with different wrestlers. Between the likes of Awesome Kong and Taylor Hendricks, Alexxis Nevaeh, from what I've seen personally, you've had a long-standing feud with Alexxis, but in your opinion, who do you think is your best opponent?
If you would have asked me a year ago, I would have said Alexxis, and probably I would have to say it would be a toss-up between Alexxis and Mercedes. I think Mercedes, and I think that both girls bring out the best of what I have. You know, I have to. They're both smaller than I am, but what they lack in size, they make up for in toughness, and I think they both. I look forward to I haven't wrestled Alexxis in quite a while, and I look forward to that happening again. And the same as Mercedes. Both of them, like I say, they always offer me a challenge, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed your feud with Alexxis in NECW.
And I've seen most of her, at least. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, but the cage match that I had with Alexxis is probably one of my proudest moments that I've had in wrestling.
Indeed.
I was going to say, I've seen some of your matches with Mercedes, and actually, originally when I was bringing you on, they were building an IWE, they were building up an evening gown match, and I was going to actually ask you, had you ever been in that type of a match before?
Well, the only evening gown match I ever did was that one in IWE, and it was something that, honestly, I decided I wanted to do it because I'd never done one, and I went to the promoter and said, "Hey, what would you think about me being in an evening gown match?" And he said, "All right." so that's pretty much how that came about, and yeah, and I wanted to be able to say that I had done it because I'd never done one, and I guess I just wanted to know what it would be like to wrestle in a dress.
I guess another question for me is, for the people that are from out of state that might not get a chance to come up here, but I hope do eventually, what can they expect to see from Mistress Belmont?
Hopefully, I'm trying to expand my horizons. I'm hoping that not only the people of New England will get to experience what I do, but I've got a trip coming up in New York. I've wrestled in New York a couple of times, and I've wrestled in Vancouver, up in Canada, and then I wrestled for NCW. Yes, Femme Fatales, and they've given me a little bit of a break, and I'm hoping that I think I just read that their next show is in November, and so I'm hoping to make the trip to Canada again. So hopefully, I guess the fans, I hope they can expect expanded horizons, and maybe some of the people that have followed me by YouTube and whatnot online that haven't been able to see me in person will actually be able to get to experience what I do in person, hopefully in the next year or so. In all honesty, I don't even have cable, so I haven't watched any WWE or TNA. I try to once in a while go on to their websites and just snoop around. I will admit that I am definitely partial to TNA, to their women's division, just because I feel that they're more of what I aspire to be, and I'm not trying to take anything away from the women in the WWE, but the girls in TNA tend to be
they tend to wrestle.
Yes, I guess yes. I guess to be polite, yes, they tend to. I feel like they're more of what I aspire to be. I guess that's the best way to put it. I don't aspire to be a fitness model or to be a pin-up girl or anything like that. I want to entertain people and I want to wrestle. And I feel like the women in TNA represent that very well. And most of them, not only are they beautiful, but they can wrestle. And I think sometimes they can put some of the men to shame, I think.
I don't want to take up too much of your time, but also another question from the chat. What do you feel about locker room etiquette? Like, do you feel handshakes are necessary?
When I go into a locker room, I always I tend to be more reserved. Not because I don't want to talk to people. I always make it a point to shake people's hands and whatnot, because that's the way that I was taught. I was I guess if I go someplace and that's not the way of it, if I go someplace and people don't make it a point to shake your hand when they come in and whatnot, it doesn't offend me, but at the same time, I guess I'm set in my ways because it was the way that I was taught. Like I say, tend to be more reserved. There are some people that are very, very comfortable in a locker room, and I am to an extent, but at the same time, I'm there to do a job, and that is to entertain people, and my goal is to always go out and have the best match of the night. And even though there are times that doesn't happen, I always go out with the mindset that I want to have the best match of the night, and so I try to get into that zone, and it takes me a while to get ready. So I like to have time to prepare and to get kind of pumped up and whatnot, and like I say, I'm there to do my thing.
Where can people see you upcoming in like the next probably 2 or 3 months, or at least the next month?
Let's see. At the end of the month, I'm doing a benefit show for a gentleman who I believe lost his mom to a drunk driver. That's in Haverhill. I'm not sure I don't think there's a name for the promotion, but I'm also wrestling for PWF Northeast at the beginning of May. Very much looking forward to that. I believe I'm actually in doing another tag match with my brother, the Butcher, and I believe I'm also going to be up in IWE again, defending my title in June, the beginning of June. But I'm drawing a blank on some of the dates, but they're all listed on my website.
Oh, if it's IWE, then it's probably the first weekend of the month.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think that's really going to outdo it. You mentioned your website, so now's your time if you want. If you'd like to plug your website or any other way that your fans can contact you.
Sure. My website is pretty much everything I do is very, very simple and basic. My website is www.mistressbelmont.com, and I have a Facebook page, which is facebook.com/mistressbelmont, and I have a Twitter that I try to use, and I think you can find me. I know I'm under Mistress Belmont, but I really don't know how to use it very well. This is Mistress Belmont, and you're listening to the Angry Marks podcast.